Hi, I just want to show how easy and simple it can be to paint your nails for someone who has never painted them. I am making this tutorial specifically for a couple of friends of mine, and one friend in particular is going to be using an OPI nail polish. So I have grabbed an OPI nail polish and an OPI top coat from my collection. However, I can't find my OPI base coat, so I'm going to be using Orly Bonder. This is a base coat. The reason you want to use a base coat is it will help to protect your nail from discoloration that is caused by nail polish, but it will also help to bind your nail polish to your nail. So it's a dual action for base coat. The reason that you want to use a top coat, particularly a fast drying, or in this case rapid dry top coat, is it helps your nail polish to dry much faster. In some cases, it can dry in as little as 4 minutes by some brands. I don't believe OPI makes that promise, but it is a quick dry top coat. It will dry your nail polish from the top down. Of course, even with a quick dry top coat, you don't want to immediately go and start working with your hands because it will still ruin your nail polish. Make sure that you are giving it an adequate amount of time to dry before you go and do something like working with food or working with anything that might damage your nail polish. Also, make sure that you have either non-acetone nail polish remover or acetone. I personally very strongly recommend acetone of one kind or another. My personal favorite brand is by a company called Young Nails, and their acetone is called On to the Next. It does not require a special container, although I have a special container because I do my nails so often. But you can use a soda lid. You can use the lid to your nail polish remover. And I'm going to show you with that because that's what was mentioned by one of my friends. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of tools that you will need on hand before you get started. The first is going to be cotton balls. If you make a mistake and you need to remove all of the color from your nail, you need cotton balls to do that. You will simply take a cotton ball like that, get acetone or nail polish remover on it, and then you will wipe away. You'll use a little bit of pressure to wipe away the color. Then restart with your base coat and then your color. Another thing you're going to need is something to help clean your side walls. These are your side walls right here, or your cuticle right here. That way it will look a little bit more put together and you'll feel a lot more confident about the color that you're applying. You can use a couple of different tools. The first tool is a basic Q-tip. What I like to do is remove some of the cotton from it, make it a little bit smaller, kind of twist it. And that's because you're working with a very small surface right here. The second thing that you can get at sometimes at the grocery store, but often you can find these at definitely at a place like Sally Beauty, and often at the drugstore. These are called orange wood sticks. An orange wood stick is pointy at one end and the other end is like this, okay? And you would use this beveled end right here, and you will put that in your acetone or your remover, and you can clean along the sides right there while the nail polish is still wet. Finally, you can also use a very small eyeshadow brush, such as this. It needs to be as thin as you can get it. I prefer brushes that have a little bit more rigidity to the bristles. Now, if you're going to use the Q-tip, and I'm going to try showing that. I haven't used it in a while, so forgive me. You'll get that wet And I like to kind of squeeze a little bit of the excess off on the side because you don't want it to be drippy. But you're going to use that to kind of get as close to the nail as you can and get off any excess polish that goes on the side. You can do the same thing down here along your cuticle. It doesn't have to be perfect for your nails to make you feel confident. Let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and apply my base coat. Your base coat does not need to be perfect, but you want it to cover the nail. You see how I've done it? I've covered the nail. Start in the middle, and you'll do this with your nail polish as well. You can kind of push it down just a little bit because you don't want to flood your cuticle. Once you've pulled up to the top of your nail, you're going to go to the side and kind of gently pull it so that now you have that side covered. It's going to cover the middle again a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side. Just repeat that process. You see how I just kind of gently pulled it to the side like that? I kind of curved the brush as to how I was doing it. It only takes a couple of moments for your base coat to dry. With your nail polish, and this is OPI. This is called Tealing Festive, and this came out, I believe, in winter of 2022. So they may or may not still be carrying this. It could have been something that was one-time thing, but they do have other teal colors that are very similar. Now I like to go ahead and remove some of the polish from one side, and I personally prefer to push down towards the cuticle and then pull back up so that I'm not flooding my cuticle. Now, just like with the base coat, I'm going to pull it to the side and then pull up. The trick is you're not getting it all the way to the skin, so you have less to clean up. Because my nails are a little bit longer, I do need to get just a little bit more of my nail polish, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to start kind of in the middle, pull it to the side, and then pull up. So far, so good. It looks like that. Now, if I want to be a little bit more of a perfectionist, and I'll show you, I said I would show you with this. It's going to be a little harder. Let's try it. If you want to be a little bit more of a perfectionist, sure, you can kind of clean it up just a little bit right here, but not much. We're going to do one more finger. You ready? I'll do this one just a little bit faster. Whoops, I got a little bit too much there. You're going to push down, get it close to but not directly onto your cuticle, and then pull up. For the side, you're going to pull it to the side and then up. Repeat that process on the other side. Pull it to the side and then go up. If you don't have quite enough polish on your brush, that's fine. Just repeat 1 or 2 times. There we go. Now, did you notice that I got a little bit here on my sidewall? Let's clean it up. First, I'm going to show you with the Q-tip. There. If you want a finer point, here's the cottonwood stick, here's that angled edge. You put that in your acetone, and that can go a little more closely along the edge of your sidewall, between the sidewall and your nail. Let's do one more coat of each side, and then we'll put some top coat on. I'm going to go just a little bit faster. We're going to start down here, push it down towards the bottom, and then pull up. Do the side. Repeat the process and do your other side. Sometimes to smooth it out, you may need to go back over the middle again, and that's fine. And finally, we're going to do this nail again. Push it down and pull up. Pull to the side and go up. And here, we're going to go to the side and pull up. Now I'll show you how to clean it up with the brush. I always like to dab just a little bit to get any excess acetone off of it. And there you go. It's all cleaned up. We're going to give this just a couple of moments to dry, and then we'll put our top coat on. While you're watching this, I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope that things are going well for you, and that you get a little bit of enjoyment out of this. All right, let's finish up with a little bit of top coat. Oh, if I can get this thing open. There we go. Sorry, that took me a moment. All right, much like we did with our color, we're going to start towards our cuticle, but you don't want to flood the cuticle. See, I went a little bit too soon, that's okay. Do the side, do the other side. Now, because I don't want to get this color in my bottle, I'm going to clean it off. Uh-oh. That's okay. I've shown you essentially how to do it. You're just going to start like that, pull it up, pull it up. Now, you may want to do what's called cap your free edge, and you can do that both with your color and your top coat. It just means you're putting it on the very top right here. Okay? All right, and that's how easy it is. Give it a few minutes to dry, and you should be good to go. That's how simple it is. All right, friends, take care. Have a great evening or a great day.